Hey, how's it going? Gonna end up playing one of my other games today. It's a playtest for the full version I got coming up of a game jam game that I did back in the summer. It's the Runestone Trials, which is kind of like a Gauntlet meets Pacman crossover with a lot of power-ups and I don't know. There's a lot going on here sometimes. See, these are the multiplier orbs, which they just kind of score the bonus, and in this version your score actually does kind of matter a lot more. Let's see, the slime is also a new enemy type. Alright, but the point here is you got to find all the rune stones on the map. Also by collecting as much life or as much gold while, you know, managing your life and, you know, the healing items. This one right here is one of the power-ups, the power crystal. Makes you invincible for like 15 seconds. So it's a good one to kind of time right so you can stack up a lot of enemies to kill. Yeah, I'm getting ready to release this version. It's kind of addressing some complaints and suggestions and things I noticed and others playtesters had noticed during the game jam. Looking to address a lot of that stuff during this version. So hopefully it feels a little new, but the gameplay was always pretty decent on it. It just didn't really look all that great. 30-day game jam deadline left a little bit to be desired. You know, not to make excuses, but some things had to give. Could only work on it so much, but at least, you know, the gameplay was received quite well. It was top 10, I believe number 9 in gameplay for that one. We'll see how far we can get into this. I want to just, before I release this up to itch, want to make sure that I don't know, there's no real final glitches left to see, anything that's going to be game breaking. But also allows me to record this and kind of promote it a little bit. Hopefully you guys give it a playtest yourself. Tell me what you find right and wrong about it. And those are the boost rings. They're there just kind of be... they're just for flash, really. They're fun. I don't know. They do serve a little bit of a purpose. They can kind of be a little bit of a nuisance too if you're trying to make a turn. I don't know. Coming up with random ideas for the power-ups on the map. This darn slime. Where did... Oh, there it is. Oh, no. See, I haven't ran through this game with all the slimes added, so I don't know how this really plays anymore. Might have to add some food or, you know, see if there's any balancing issues to address. It's kind of the main point of here, you know, this playthrough anyway. In addition to just having something recorded for it, put some footage out there. Alright, let's see here. 40 health, alright, need that. And the survivors. Now, one thing that's changed about the survivors is that's the Crystal Mancer. They were just there at the camp before, but if you fail to rescue them, you will not have them through your playthrough. So the way that it still works the same, where they have their own health bar when you have them following you. So it's best to get that just for the money. It's best not to let them take too much damage, but they will take some of it. So don't be too alarmed. Alright, escort. And now we have the Crystal Mancer unlocked. Which one more addition I'm going to eventually work on is like images for this. Instead of it just being all text, I want to do, I don't know, like graphic images for all the selections for everything. See, I don't have really enough for anything. I don't need to restore. I didn't get any firewood, but I think I got a retrieval rod, didn't I? Yes. Pull that out, got firewood. Alright, sweet. There are several outcomes of what you can get in that, but I did get some firewood, which that allows you to restore your health. And we got some money, so I can use a power-up. Wish I didn't use the wood just yet, because I could have fully restored my health if I got this first. But I'm going to get the Vitality Charm, which it raises the max HP for 25. We'll get the health down the line. Oh yeah, and the other guy, he sells the armor upgrades for those that don't know, but we'll get back to a camp again. I didn't want to pay for that. I should have, because honestly that was a rare opportunity to have that much gold on the first map, or the first camp. And the food is what restores you 90% of the time. You can get it from chests. There will be potions also, but I don't believe I have anything like that in just from chests. Like you can get a potion from a chest. But I will put those on the map too occasionally, just to mix up the graphic of what you see to heal you. It's not always the food, but that was kind of a nod to Gauntlet. How in the old Gauntlet games, the arcade and the NES and all that, those old versions, it was all about the food. Alright. Keep yapping. It's hard to pay attention while I'm doing this. No. I do kind of like the addition of the slimes doing the slowdown debuff, because that does annoy me, which it's doing their job. It's kind of like the rats. A lot of people didn't care for the rats. That was the point. Like they only take like 1 HP, but they're meant to be annoying because you can't really get away from them. And there's lots of them usually, but there's the exterminator perk, which you can get rid of them. One thing I'm going to possibly work on in future updates is variable outcomes for how much damage is dealt. Like maybe certain times, like you don't take full damage, like based on these. Like that's what the armor upgrades are technically for, is to lower the damage that each enemy does. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a little bit of RNG there with the how much damage each enemy will do when you take care of them. Nah. And there are new unlocks on the map. Like usually it's just a chest, but there are gold spots, like stuff like this, like the goblets and the helmets and stuff. They can unlock based on your score now too on each map. So the score does play a little bit of a role. I'm trying to make it play more into the gameplay, like unlock things. If you get a high score on a map, like maybe get a few things unlocked that you typically wouldn't. Possibly an online leaderboard one day, but I'm looking into doing that. I don't make any money from this stuff, so it's hard to justify paying for stuff like that. Let's see if I can get it set up, but it would be nice to have all this tie into an online leaderboard one way or another, just to give you some purpose to having a high score beyond just like self-satisfaction. Just trying to avoid the enemies. Want the gold though. I'm trying to get the armor at least before I quit this playthrough. And some areas like I'm still gonna work on, make them look a little bit nicer, but as you can see it, for those, like the Game Jam version is still up, and it will stay up in its untouched form. This will be on a new game page. Go back and look at that. You can clearly see, there's a lot more put into the level design, but even from here, I'm still, the earlier levels had a little more going. I played them the most, tweaked them the most. before this is all said and done, I will be kind of at a satisfied state for every level. Chest is something I generally go for when I'm lower on health, just in case I get a healing item. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not fully there mentally while I'm talking and playing. I make mistakes I typically wouldn't make when I'm not. Where is that at? You'd think I've ran through this enough time so I'd have this one down by heart. There we go. Yes. Then maybe even like a possibility to block, or like, I don't know. Still like working on ways to tweak the gameplay for sure. But I was a fan of this. A lot of people were too. Like, just encountering them lowers the health and does like the slash, and you know, takes care of the gameplay. I mean, if there's not much to the gameplay, just hitting A or something, then why you just gotta sit there and button mash? It kind of still does the same thing just by encountering them. You're gonna do it anyway. I guess there's the chance you could miss and take some damage or something, but I don't know. I think this is still pretty good, like streamlined arcade style gameplay. Meh. That was another thing too. I changed the music on the map. This song that's playing now is the only thing that played on like all 13 levels on the Game Jam version. It was a catchy tune, but I've added 3 other songs, kind of mix things up a bit. Oh, come on. Little tip, I usually, on some of those early levels at least, oh, that one unlocked 250 to my score, which probably will unlock something, like another chest on the map. Let's see, before I get a heal, yep. So before I get like one of the things of food on the map, see if I can get a full restore or even some food in the chest. It's always like thing, like you gotta, there's enough there to survive the levels if you manage it all right. Don't just attack everything all at once, but don't overwhelm yourself by getting non-stop runestones and then getting overwhelmed by enemies. So it's like you kind of got to manage it. I don't want to quite call it a puzzle. I mean, there's strategy there, but it's I don't really know. There's some strategic elements to it, puzzle if you will, but can I quite call this a puzzle? I don't know. There will be levels coming up. I've had ideas. I'm brainstorming a bit that involve puzzle-like elements. I mean, from here, that's kind of where we're going. Maybe the third game that I start ripping from is Lolo. That'd be a fun one. Little lore. This is a character from Slime Strike Chronicles, aka Falcon's Crown. The main game I've been working on. I have like various little side projects which are actually like backstories and side projects with characters that, you know, are in the town of that game. This being one of them. I'm kind of doing stuff like that more so for Game Jam purposes, making smaller versions, but if they're well received, kind of like this one was, I'll work on it some more. If someone's playing it, I want it to be good, you know. If you ain't playing it, I guess who cares, right? Man, this was a long level. I kind of regret putting one so long so early on myself. I feel like when I first was making this, I was not certain how many levels I was gonna do. before I go save her, I'm going to take care of some of the enemies, get the chest. Retrieval rod, man. I've got a few of those now. I might put a UI because I was like, how do I know how many I have right now? Unless you just remember when you pick them up. I should, in the next version, add a UI for all the like important items, like the wood and the retrieval rods and anything that you can pick up in the game. Put it next to the gold. Can't believe here I am, like a month, well, probably about like 2 weeks into the second round of development in this of a game I did 6 months ago, and I'm just now coming up with that idea. All right, so we got enough like money for the gold now. All right. See, as you can see, when you do the upgrade in the armor, you will actually change into it. There's like 4 or 5 different armor sets. Use that retrieval rod. We can heal up. Still got money. Oh shit, I have no idea what I clicked way too quick. Well, hopefully it's something good. Yeah, it was the torn map. That's okay. Alright, I'll play a little bit more. But this game will be up about the time that this gets uploaded on YouTube. This game will be up for a playtest. I'll have a link in the description for it. That way you guys can give it a shot. I'd love to hear more feedback, because there's one thing that a lot of developers, like when you sit there playtesting your own game endlessly and you're playing it, you know exactly where to go to a degree. I guess, as you can see here, I don't know exactly where to go to get all the rune stones, but part of it's also because I'm yapping and talking, but not paying attention enough. But you know, somebody plays it enough, their own game, you start knowing where everything is, and then you start the curve for how hard it gets. Like it keeps getting harder and harder for the new player to jump on, because like the curve is meant for somebody who's just non-stop played this same game over and over, and it keeps getting made like I got to balance it for me, but that ends up making a difficult game for someone who's just wandering around like, all right, so where's the next one? What do I do? Like, should I get this food? Should I not? It's not fully explained. It's meant to be like a lot of arcade games, like a lot of trial and error. What I meant to buy before I accidentally bought that damn torn map was there's a healing orb which turns these into healing orbs. Like each one would heal me, or it would heal 2 HP. Every time I pick up one of those orbs when I get them. They're kind of helpful to heal you, keep you alive in the maps. Plus, in the Game Jam version, that only gave you a score, which the score, it only appeals to a certain group of people. Like the average people or average player nowadays, they're not gonna be chasing the high score unless there's like an online leaderboard or a reason for it, something to unlock. So that's what I've been trying to do with this version. The Game Jam version did not have shit to unlock. Alright. Oh, and above that, new to this version is also a timer, so you can kind of almost like speed run it a little bit, like get your best time in addition to the high score. Give you different goals, you know. Wait. Timer also lets me know, man, this is already 20 minutes in. Let's go. So we're little over, well, about halfway through right now. Yeah, this is only about halfway through. I believe like this is last time I did play through this, it was close to an hour. It was like 45 minutes or so when the game ended, maybe 50, which is good. That's about, you know, that's about all I really want in this version like this. I'll add more levels, and once I really like fine tune all these, I'll make more levels. I want to make this like a full version, because if I can sit here and play this and actually enjoy it this much, it's pretty fun, you know. Like, I haven't grown tired of sitting here and playtesting it all these amount of times. And I guess continuing to add new things along the way kind of changes it for me though too. It's like I'm giving myself DLC on the slow drip. It is kind of a funny way to look at it. It's like when you're playing or developing your own game, you're kind of like giving yourself DLC constantly. It's like, what else is coming? What else are you gonna do? Oh, no. That's way too many right now. Maybe I'll get a power crystal here. No, another retrieval rod. Good gosh. There's some runs I can't get those to save, you know, desperately. That healing, nothing. Like, I'm getting so many this time.